Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Are y'all ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, please find your seats. The show will begin in just 2 minutes.
Begin transmission.
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Time for another big show on Sunday. Good to see everybody here. Let's do a audio and video check here real quick. One of you wrenches, give me a 5x5 if everything's going well and you can hear me fine. Let me know that in the chat. Let's see who all's here today. We got Jim Largo in the house. Good to see you there, Largo. Radical Toys is with us today. Good to see you, Adam. And the Epic Badger is here. Good to see you, Badger. And Nolan in the house. Good to see you, Nolan. Glad you showed up today. Bruiser Brawler's here today. Hey, Bruiser. YouTube strikes again. Looks like Bjorn didn't get his notification for this. Hate to hear that. Bruiser said he didn't get his either. Largo said it's all fun and games till you run out of coffee. That's absolutely true, man. And I was drinking some last night to keep up with John Paul Revere. I saw you on there last night, Largo. Hope you had a good time. Nolan says YouTube hit and miss with their notifications. They need to fix that. Yeah, they need to fix a whole lot of things over here on YouTube, don't they? Hey, Boba Hicks, what's going on? Bruiser says some of us are running out of coffee as an emergency. Absolutely. And it's good to see everybody here. We're going to try to get a good show going here. I've got a chat box going over here on the side. It's kind of hit and miss of the way it's working. So let me know if y'all can see the chat showing up on the side. Hey, Grindhead Jim, good to see you, man. Glad you showed up today, man. And let's get started. We're gonna bring our friend Adam in real quick. I think let me get him an intro going here. Hey Adam, how's it going, man?
Hey guys, how you guys making out? Things are going good.
Well, that's great. That's great. Let's see what we can get going on today here. I've got a lot of stuff to cover. I've got a box here. I don't know if Will McLaughlin's made it in the house. I don't see him in the chat. Will, if you're available, you let me know in the chat so that I can see you there. And I've got a little box that he sent me that I want to open up and let everybody see what he sent. But I'd like him to be here when I do it. I've got a few more customs that I've been working on. We're going to look at those. And the main thing we're going to do today is we're going to unbox Teela Zoar. So I'm going to just send it to the chat. You guys tell me what you want me to cover first. You want me to cover Teela Zoar first, or you want to look at the customs first? You just let me know in the chat real quick.
Lee's in. Hey Lee.
Hey, what's going on, Lee? Good to see you, man. Got your heads in, man. We're going to be looking at some of those today. There's Will McLaughlin.
There's Will.
Hey, dog decided she needed to go out at the moment when the show started. And well, we understand that. We don't want something to happen. And Bjorn has made his suggestion as Teela. And yes, that's great timing, man. So Adam's stylish in that cool hoodie today, says Largo. You guys let me know now if nobody chimes in. We're going to start with Teela. Bruiser Brawler wants me to start with Teela. Okay. Well, we will certainly do that. Let me get some of the figures out of the way over here on the table so that we can start with Teela. Got a lot of junk over here that needs to be moved.
Make sure you got your retro one to compare it with too, right?
I do. I have. Well, I don't have a vintage figure that handy. That's boxed away somewhere in the other room. But I do have my
Zoar.
My regular Origins Teela that, of course, has been a little customized.
Okay.
And she's going to be coming out here soon. So, if you guys are ready, we're going to go ahead and start with Teela there. And of course, it all came from Big Bad Toy Store, so I had that sitting out so everybody could see. And here's the box. Let's take a look at the box real quick. At the top, we've got a picture by Axel Jimenez of Teela Zoar. It says, Masters of the Universe, Teela Zoar, heroic warrior goddess, commands flying falcon into battle. And right here we can see Castle Grayskull. And of course, over here in the corner, you got our 40th anniversary. And we have a child playing with Zoar here. It says, make the wings flap, snap-on battle backpack, modern posing, retro play. And we can see inside the box there's Teela and her headdress and shield, the battle backpack, Zoar, and the stand. And yes, you will hear me refer to Zoar as he, because originally in the comics, Zoar was a male, and he was not a form of the sorceress. He was her messenger, but he was a separate character from the sorceress. And it says, Teela and Zoar share a special connection, each tied in spirit to the Eternian goddess. And it says, push to make the wings flap, slide over Zoar's head, snap together, battle backpack. And down here we have the cross sell with Roton, Burger King Randor, Snout Spout, Whiplash, Trap Jaw Leech, and Digitino. So I'm going to get ready to open the package up here. Let's see where the tape is at. It's right here. There we go. Took care of that. Yeah, I'll see you down there, Jim. Let's see. I want alternate artwork showing an adult collector reprimanding the kid for playing with his toys. No, that's not necessary. And let's see. Wilhelm Toy and Hobby. Will McLaughlin says, I'll try and be careful. Word on the street is sharp things are sharp. They are. And Grindhead Jim says, yeah, a lot of people have no idea how sharp sharps can be. Absolutely. And Bruiser Brawler says Trapjaw and Randor are also coming home this week. Yeah, I got a Randor on order, and I got notification that they're preparing the shipment, so I should be seeing Randor by next week, I hope. All right, so here we go. We're going to open this box up, and we're going to pull the guts out. There we go. And we can take this away for now. Turn this around and see what we got here. All right, so this comes out. Take this away. And let's see how everything is packed in here. See if she's being held in by anything. All right, we'll start with Teela here. All right, here we go.
Looking good.
Yeah, there's one of the little deals. Let me get it off of there. All right, we got Teela out. And I'm going to embiggen myself so everybody can see me. There we go. And Adam, I'm going to take you off the stream for just a little bit while I do this, if you don't mind.
Sure thing.
All right. So let's get this overlay off of there so you can see me working better. There we go. Now. All right, here we go. Here is Teela. She's got her staff in her hand, and it's not fitting in her hand very well because she's got a different, well, no, that's not just the same hand. It just kind of, I'm going to have to work on her hand a little better so she can start holding her stuff. There she go. It's yellow. It's not gold. Okay. It's almost a translucent yellow. Her highlights are in a yellow. They're not gold at all. Even her headdress here is gold, and she does have her ponytail. So there we have Teela. Let's set her off to the side. Let's get her accessories out. Here's her snake headdress. It's held in with a rubber band, which I'm going to cut. Get that out of there. All right. All this rubber band stuff. Whoop. Let's get these rubber bands off of there. This one here is almost tied on there. It is tied on there. That is a mess. There, I finally got it off. All right, there's her headdress. Let's get her sword out. Here is her sword. And the shield is the standard shield that came with the regular figure. Nothing different there. And now for Zoar. And I'm going to have to cut these tabs, these straps off of him to get him out. So bear with me here as I start cutting these little crappy straps. One. Two. Three. Four. All right. And all the little straps cut. Let's pull Zoar out first. I'm curious to see how he compares to the old Zoar over there. Here, this strap is actually tied to his foot. Don't tie the damn straps to their freaking feet, Mattel. It's not necessary. There we go. Very good. Let's see how his wings flap. Just like the old one. It's the same idea. All right. And hard plastic at the bottom, rubbery material for the top here. All right. And put him off to the side and let's get his stand out. The base is much bigger. This part here looks about the same. Let's see how he sits on there. Very sturdy, very sturdy. Nice, like it. All right, let's check this out. Yeah, this is a much more pliable material. This piece on the back is separate, just like on the old one. This does snap loose, but I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to put it on just like I put the old one on, and it's a different color. This is not as dark a red as the old one over there. And there we go. We've got his battle backpack on. Everything looking great. Wings flapping great. And just like the old one, when you start flapping his wings, his battle backpack tends to come loose. There we go. All right. There is Zoar. We can take this mess out of the way. Put it over to the side. Clean up all these straps off the table. Goes in the garbage. All right. First of all, I want to compare and contrast the two figures. This Zoar is bigger than the old Zoar, so it is not the same sculpt at all. Okay. His wingspan is greater. He's just slightly bigger. The backpacks is a brand new mold as well. It's very similar, but it's not the same. The bird stand is a little taller. The base is much wider at the bottom. So and then everything's a different color. This is a darker color than this. Even the orange on the old figure is not as vibrant as the orange on the new figure. So the new figure looks real sharp. I like the new figure. So we're going to take the old figure off. He will be retired. This will be my new Zoar from here on out. Now let's take a look at Teela. Bring her up to the front and let's bring the regular Teela out. So, remember, I customized my regular Teela, so she's not going to look like the actual Teelas that come out of the package, but let's see how she compares. All right, let's get her feet moving here. Aha, that's why. Okay. Let's see here. There we go. Get her all set up here where she can stand. All right. And here is my Teela. With actual gold highlights on her. All right, so you guys tell me which one you think looks better. Jim Largo says he's thinking about picking up that 2-pack to add Zoar to his Masterverse collection. Looks like Lax Sivrak's in the house and Gilster 37 in the house. Good to see you guys. And Lax Sivrak sent me a little message the other day on Instagram. I appreciate that, Lax. That was kind of cool. I liked hearing your voice. Let's see. The wings look very rubbery. Are the wings the same pliable plastic as old? Yes. It said the old one was rubbery and the new one is rubbery. The wings are rubbery. And let's see what else. That's the Epic Badger says elements of both. The yellow is a little much on the new Teela, right? It says the one on the right looks better. If you're talking about my right, your right, that would be this Teela here. Yeah, this Teela here is my Teela that I did. So that's our comparison. I think I'm going to continue using this Teela here, but if I use this one's head, I'm going to have to repaint the headdress. Let's get a closer look at their faces here. This one here is a darker, or she's got a more suntan look to her than this one here does. So there's the comparison of the heads. Pretty much the same head, just different hair. And the legs are, let's see if we can get in the light here. That's, as you can see, this one here is a lighter shade than this one here in the colors of their skin tones. All right. Lax says, yes, sir. Always good to chat with a weird, fantastic Bill. Yes, sir. And says, I like the paint on the old Teela better. Well, remember now, I did the gold highlights there. I'm confused. Which is more Weird and Fantastic Bill or his toys? Well, my toys have Weird and Fantastic Adventures. I'm just absolutely nutso crazy in the head. So I guess it's all a little give and take there. All right, guys. So let's look also at the sword here that came with her. Now, I went on Talos's Dream Shop a while back, and I got a Teela sword for my Teela that's very similar to this sword that I painted up, and I want to compare and contrast those. This is the sword that came with this Teela. This is the Talos Dream Shop sword, and I think I'm kind of partial to this sword. Of course, I painted it up. It looks a lot better, but there you go. The comparisons on those swords. All right, so that takes care of Teela and Zoar. I'm going to put this Teela away for now, and the sword back over here with her. So Wilhelm Toy and Hobby is with us today, and he sent me a package in the mail, and I think it's time to get that package opened up so that we can all enjoy what he sent me. I'm gonna put these figures away for now. Alrighty. Let's move some figures on the floor around so that I can get to this box. All right. This showed up in my mail just the other day. And Will tells me a great job on the paint. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right, so we're going to get this box open. I don't know where to begin opening it because you put so much tape on here. All right, let me scoop down the middle here. Oh, more than what I expected here. This I was kind of expecting. This, on the other hand, I was not expecting. And what else do we have in here? Oh, we got some extra goodies in the bottom. Extra goodies. Extra goodies. Oh, let's see what we have here. We have Mega Constructs Beast Man. And he's loose from his card, so. And for Paula, Mr. Spock. That is so cool. Paula will certainly appreciate that. I can't wait to show her when she gets home this afternoon. So that's great. So let's see what we got here. We've got the holiday special, Spider-Man and Mary Jane. Mary Jane is dressed up in her Mrs. Claus outfit. Spidey's got his Santa hat on, and they both got the furry boots. Got a little sack with some toys in it. Exclusive holiday magnet included. And on the back, it says, Peter Parker spends a lot of time swinging from building to building, patrolling the streets as Spider-Man. But when the holidays come around, Spidey makes sure he's home in time to spend them with his wife, Mary Jane. Spider-Man and Mary Jane celebrate the holidays like any normal couple, except that Spidey delivers the holiday gifts by swinging in through their apartment window. And there we got the artwork of them and some candy canes and bows and packages. One of 35,000 pieces, limited edition. Well, if it's 35,000, I'm sure plenty of people got these. Everybody that wanted one ended up with one. And Marvel's Famous Couples, one of 24,000 pieces as well. We have Peter Parker. We have a suction cup with the little string on it. We got an alternate head. We got his web backpack here. We have a camera. We have Mary Jane. And we have a limited edition collector pen. Some art here in the corner. And on the back, it's at the top, it says Marvel's Famous Couples. It says secure the suction cup to flat surface. Attach hook to Spider-Man and swing him into action. Squeeze backpack from top to bottom to reveal storage area. All right. And Mary Jane has placed camera over figure's head to simulate professional photography action. And it says, as Spider-Man, Peter Parker has had some amazing adventures, but he really hit the jackpot the day he met Mary Jane Watson. The love of Spider-Man's life, Mary Jane is one of the few people who know his true identity. With a successful career as an actress and model, Mary Jane leads an exciting life of her own, but when Spider-Man is out risking his life, she worries about him. And even if Spider-Man is in the clutches of some supervillain, he knows he'll be all right because Mary Jane is there with him in spirit. So when their work is done, Spider-Man and Mary Jane rush home to be in the one place where they're the happiest, and that's together. That is so sweet. And thank you, Will McLaughlin. These will enter my collection and be cherished. And Grindhead Jim says, "Ooh, the backpack is functional." Yes, it is, according to the what it says on there. And it says, "My memory is not that great. Wasn't there something Mary Jane called Spider? I think something about this in chat might come now. She called him Tiger. Mary Jane always called Peter Parker Tiger." And Rolando Flores is in the house today. Good to see you, Rolando. And yes, this is a beautiful set. And Will says, "Yeah, those Mega Constructs are all peeling off the card." Yeah, I didn't see the card for Mr. Spook here, so I don't know if he's got a card in that box or not. But I'll recheck here later. Let me take these out of the way for right now. I can't wait for Paula to come in so that I can show her what you sent her. She will be absolutely thrilled to death. And these two sets here are going to go in a place of honor. I appreciate you sending those to me, Will. That's absolutely wonderful that you did that for me. And yes, I certainly will enjoy them. All right. Now, let's talk about some of the customs that I've been working on. We're going to start with Conan here. I finally sent off and got a Conan Sword from a guy in France who's reproducing them, and that is a big honking sword. Now I've already painted it. It came painted. It came cast in white plastic, probably resin. And I went ahead and put brass and silver highlights on it, painted the hilt black, and gave the handle itself a little leather there for him to hold in his hand. So Conan is now outfitted with his sword. And Lee Custom says, "Oh, that sword looks great." It does, doesn't it, Lee? Let's get in close here where we can see everything that I've done with it. Of course, all that paint work is my own paint work, so that's Conan's sword. Now, the only thing that I'm really missing there with my Conan is I really wish I had that lion sash that goes across his front, but we'll see what happens on that. I may end up buying one of those, but they cost too darn much money. And who else did I work on recently? Somebody was really wanting to see how this was going to work out. It might have been you, Will, or it might have been Jim Largo. But when I got my Clamp Champ, I wasn't really happy with his head. So Lee makes a original Clamp Champ head, vintage Clamp Champ head that can go on our figure. So there he is with his mouth closed, without all of the grimaces and things that are on the Clamp Champ figure that comes with Origins. So I got Clamp Champ going on here. And last but not least, it's Faker time. I told you guys I was going to have to replace Faker's head with a vintage head, and there I have done so. There it is. Faker with his new vintage head. So you guys tell me what y'all think about that. And Rad says our Clamp Champ is here on clearance for $5 at Walmart. Wish I'd known that, man, because I spent a little more than $5 for this one. And Nolan says, "Great looking head." Largo, what's best in life? Yeah, I remember that. Defeat your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women. The riddle of steel. Yeah, it does look better, doesn't it? Maniac Plastic Toy Shop, it does. And I believe I know who Maniac Plastic Toy Shop is, and it's good to see you, man. And I sent you the money for those bird stands, and you told me that you were going to get them in the mail Monday, so I can't wait for that. Let's see, our clearance at Walmart. Let's see, Jim Largo, crush your packaging, see the toys displayed before you, and hear the lamentations of the community. And yes, Faker looks awesome. Yeah, and I love that vintage head on him. I'm going to have to get another vintage He-Man head to go on my Prince Adam. Darn, I could have got you one for cheap. Yeah, I know. And Gilster says, looks way better, Faker. He does. And said, they look great. Thank you, sir. I will tell you how much I hate He-Man until I'm blue in the face. That's great. Yeah, good to see you there, Michael. And all right, guys. So that's let's get Rad back on the show and see what he thinks about everything. Let me get me back over here, and we'll bring Rad back in. Hey, man.
Hey, sorry I had my thing on mute, but yeah, that's awesome. I did not know that you were looking for a Clam Champ. Had I wouldn't have known that, I would have got you one for $5.
Wow. Yeah, I paid a little more than $5 for that Clamp Champ, but yeah, Clamp Champ never was on my radar, but until recently, and I decided to go ahead and get him. And of course, as soon as I got him, I looked at those heads that came with him, and one of them looked like he had an evil grin on his face, and the other one looked like he was just clenching his teeth like that. And I didn't like either one of those looks. And of course, Lee comes out great. Lee Customs, the heads he does are just absolutely wonderful, and that Clamp Champ head just brings out Clamp Champ so much.
Yeah, I couldn't actually couldn't believe the difference between those Teelas too. Like that light skin versus the old skin, right? Like the one on the right.
The older figure is much more suntan than the new figure, so
yeah,
I don't know I was kind of hoping that figure would look a little better. And of course, with the head with the ponytail, it's going to be a lighter color than the regular figure, so the mix and match is not going to work out as well as I hoped.
Yeah,
I'm going to end up having to customize that figure with some gold paint. Just letting you know right off the bat, that yellow just isn't working for me.
no, it wasn't for me either. I don't know if it's just too vibrant or if it just needs paint. I don't know. There's something missing with it.
Yeah, I agree there, Jim. He is a great figure, and I slept on him too, just like everybody else. And yes, Lee, and yes, Lee. I know you sent me a third head, but we're not going to get into that on today's show. I'm not even going to tell everybody what it's all about. That's going to be a surprise for a future show. I'm hoping to have a special guest on while I do that, but there is a new custom figure on the way with a Lee custom head, and I'm gonna hang on to that for now. So you guys just stay tuned. We'll see what happens. And before I close out the show, Adam, you and I are going to look at some toy news. I don't do a lot of toy news on here because I just kind of keep up with the news as it gets presented to me on you guys' show. But I saw this yesterday, Friday, as a matter of fact, over on Geek Dad Life, and it made me really, really happy and really, really pissed off at the same time. And I'll tell you why. I'm really, really happy they're doing these because I always wanted them when I was growing up. I'm pissed off because they cost so damn much money. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to collect them or not. So anyway, let's show this off here. Yes, vintage cartoon Dungeons and Dragons figures are coming from Hasbro. Got Dungeon Master and Benjar. We've got Bobby and Unicorn Uni, Hank the Ranger, and Diana the Acrobat are the initial figures. Each one will be coming with a Dungeons and Dragons die. You collect all the figures and you get a complete set of Dungeons and Dragons dice. We'll look at each one separately here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, here's Venger. Let's see if we can get it to come up. There we go. Avenger with Dungeon Master, and Avenger comes with extra hands, and you get those 2 dice. This is what the outside of the box looks like. I have a feeling that is going to be a picture on the outside of the box, and it's not going to actually be, you're not going to actually see the figures inside there. So, once again, you can see it over here. It's going to be the non-blister package. Here's the back side of the box showing the cross sell with the other figures, and see what else. So there's Dungeon Master. There's Dungeon Master Venjar. There's Venjar by himself. There's
We're here to unveil
the
D&D cartoon series 6-inch action figures.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, so we'll go back over here and take a look at Bobby and Uni the Unicorn. Here's Bobby and Uni the Unicorn. There's the outside of the box, and as you can see, it's the no blister. It's going to be completely enclosed. So you guys that like to collect them boxes are not going to see your figures unless you pull them out of that box. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a downside. They've been doing it with the marbles and stuff now, so
Yeah. There we go, guys. So let's take a look at Hank the Ranger, and it looks like he comes with his regular bow, and he comes with the bow that's energized with an energy arrow in it. And it looks like an 8-sided die there that he comes with. Here's the outside of the package. Here's the figure with the package. The figure by backside of the package with cross sell. And a couple of pictures of the character. Yeah. There we go. All right, guys.
they're all priced differently, aren't they?
The alone figures are $25, $24.99, and the Avenger with Dungeon Master figure is $50. He's a deluxe figure. It comes with 2 dice instead of 1. He comes with some extra hands, and you've got 2 figures, Dungeon Master and Avenger, in that one. Even though Unicorn, Uni, and Bobby are in one set, Bobby's such a smaller character than the other. I figured that the Uni was added in there for price value. And we'll take a look at Diana, that last figure. This is the Diana the Acrobat. I love the sculpt on that. The eyes look wonderful.
I like that one. The loincloth looks very familiar.
It does, doesn't it? But it looked like that in the cartoon as well. And she comes with her staff. She comes with 2 versions of it. One with the energy coming off of it, and the other one just the regular staff. It was a magical staff that she could use to do her acrobatic stunts. Here she is with her box. Here's the back side of the box with the cross sell on it. And
does it say what size these are, Bill? Or are these 6-inch? Or these 3.5?
I think they're 6-inch figures. I do think they're 6 inches. As a matter of fact, let's look at what it says here. Go back over.
Yeah, right there. I just seen it. 6-inch.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, these are 6-inch figures. I know the dreaded company NECA is doing some of the LJN figures like Warduke. I don't know how well these will scale up with those. I think the NECA figures are 7-inch figures, so they may not scale together well. I don't know. So tell me what you guys think. You guys excited about the new Dungeons and Dragons figures? See, they'll be on clearance in no time. So you think those figures are going to go on clearance? Tiamat. They were already speculating about a Hasbro Pulse Tiamat. I don't know. They can kiss my butt with Hasbro Pulse and all that. Let's see. If they made a Tiamat, it'd be a slam dunk. Probably so. But I'm figuring if they do a Tiamat, it's going to be one of those online exclusives. Hasbro is way overpriced these D&D figures. Wait until they go on clearance in a few weeks. I don't know. Maybe so. Right now, they're Target exclusives. If you want these figures, you can buy them from Target. They went up for sale over on Hasbro. They sold out immediately. So we'll see what happens. And Gilster says it's a pass for me. I want these figures, to be honest with you. That's it. Yeah, it'll be a dumb HasLab, more than likely. These look great, but I can't afford to start another line at these prices. That's my problem. I want these damn figures, but they cost too damn much money. I'm not going to be able to buy them and continue collecting what I do collect. And I'm spending a lot more money than what I ought to right now, this period of time, because it's coming up on my birthday at the end of the month, and I'm buying my birthday presents right now. And I bought a bunch of Lee Customs, and I bought some stuff from the Cape Master, and custom stuff costs a lot more money than this stuff does, but it's justified, and I just can't afford to do all this. So
Yeah.
I'm probably going to have to pass on these figures, but they look beautiful. If only we knew the guy who worked for a kaiju toy company. Yeah. We'll see, man. If you guys come up with a Tiamat figure, I'm pretty sure that you'll get the shit suit out of you by Wizards of the Coast / Hasbro, who owns Wizards of the Coast, by the way, which is part of the reason why these figures are being made. And the cartoon show hasn't been on the air since 1986, right? 84, 85, 86. But it holds a great place in a lot of our hearts. I mean, I faithfully watched this TV show as much as I could when it came on Saturday mornings when I was at the ripe old age of 12, 13, 14, and 15 years old. And these were just wonderful cartoons, and we always wanted toys to go with them. I like the articulation in these, but I think they could have cheaped out a little bit and done 5 points of articulation, and it would have been just fine. So Marcus, what do you know about Tiamat? I don't know. Tiamat. Who said anything about Tiamat? This dragon's name will be Chiapat. Ha! Yeah, you got to get around all that, right? Yeah. But I don't know. Like I said, these were the figures we always wished we had. The closest we ever got were some foreign figures that I think they were released in Spain, and they were just figurines of these figures, and those were very comic accurate figurines. But figurines don't have any articulations at all. And but I don't know. I would love to have these figures in my collection, but I don't think I can afford those prices. I mean, we're talking what, 20, 30 bucks a figure. I mean, yeah, you're talking $25 a figure. So that's $75 for the 3 figures plus another 50 bucks for the Avenger and Dungeon Master. It's just out of my price range, guys. Just out of my price range. I just can't afford that.
Me neither. I wouldn't be able to start a new line. It's bad enough our Origin figures went up $8 here.
I have seen that, Wilhelm McLaughlin. I've seen that episode, and it's kind of heart wrenching, but it is good. And it says these may just be a couple of decades too late. The problem is these guys really know what they're doing, because they're hitting these member berries really hard on the stuff that they know that people my age and around my age are really, really soft for, and they're releasing this stuff. I mean, we got the He-Man and Masters of the Universe Origins figures. They're after us with those. They knew what they were doing when they released those. We got McFarlane over there doing the revival of Superpower. He knows what he's doing. Okay. He knows that we're going to get that stuff, that we're at the ripe old age, that we're feeling nostalgic for that stuff. And it's the same thing with Hasbro and these Dungeons and Dragons figures. I don't think they're selling these to kids. I don't care what the guru over there has to say about that. This stuff is being marketed directly at people in Gen X who are having real feels about their childhood and want to recreate it and get the things that they wished they had or that they had again. That's what this is all about. Kids don't play with this crap. They don't play with the things that we like. They don't like the things that we like. They like different things. They like video games. They like phones. They like electronics. They're really not into the things that we were into. And yes, if you got a kid young enough like Lyric over there with Motu Jones, or
Yep.
you can get him to play with you with your toys, and he will get into them and he will like them. But left to his own devices, he probably would skip that and go to something a little different. And I as much as I hate to say it, I like what they're doing with the He-Man CGI series, because that is directly marketed at children. That is the type of animation and the what they enjoy. So that unfortunately, that's the future of the brand. And what we're doing with Origins here, that's basically for us. Origin is a line created for adults to collect and play with their children.
Pretty much.
Yes, the nostalgia tax at its finest. Absolutely. Yes, member mining at its finest. You got it. And Pope's in the house. Hey, Pope. If it was for kids, it would be a skin on Fortnite. You're absolutely right, Pope. You're absolutely right. And Pope went squirrel hunting the other day, and they asked him if what he does with the squirrels, and he said, "Around here we eat some." And I asked him if he boiled those heads, and he said no, but his old mountain man grandpappy did. So I hope you enjoyed your squirrel hunt there, Pope. And yes, Pope, that is a fact. And Bjorn said he wants to pick up the little guy with the unicorn. That's Bobby the Barbarian. Bobby the Barbarian with Uni the Unicorn. So yeah, that's great. And what Largo says here, read, my stepson has no interest in toys, just phone games and Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, left to their own devices, they're not going to play with the things that we played with. So all of these retro toys that you see on the shelf are not aimed at children. They're aimed at people like me and you, Adam, that are in that range of age between I guess 45 and 55 years old, Gen X, who are nostalgic for our childhood and the things that we had when we were children, or the things that we wished we had, or the wished that they had made. And all of this stuff that they're making is being generated and aimed at us because they know that we've got those nostalgic feelings.
Yep.
Largo says squirrel tastes almost as good as Rocky Mountain oysters. I say squirrel tastes better than Rocky Mountain oysters. I don't like Rocky Mountain oysters. Grindhead Jim, I'm hoping for a DVD set re-release from this, but I'll probably end up looking like a faker before they do that, Blue. They released Dungeons and Dragons twice, if that's what you're talking about. I hope that's what you mean. They released it twice. The first time it was in a box set, and it even had a little D&D book in it, so so you could play the characters from the cartoon in your D&D game. I have that set. The second set was released years later, and it was pretty much the same set. However, it had a different number of DVDs in the box, and it was a clamshell. I have both sets. I'll feature them on the show if anybody wants me to at some time. Gilster says he's happy to be a Gen X. I am too. They keep calling us boomers. The problem is we're not the boomers. The boomers are the generation before us, the ones from the baby boom that happened right after World War II was over with. Those guys are a generation away from us. We're Gen X. Quit calling us fucking boomers. We're not boomers. Oops, I said an ugly word. Grindhead Jim said, "Yeah, the D&D sets, the DVDs are so damn expensive now." Army matey, I'm able to help you there. Just get in touch with me. You know how. Or and let's see. Pope says, "Damn it! I guess I'm technically a millennial. Can I still hang out with you, boomers?" Of course, Pope. As a matter of fact, you spend enough money supporting this challenge, you can hang out all you want. Yes, I've got both sets. We can figure out something between the two of us, man. Is the show worth watching? I'm curious. Absolutely. It is a wonderful cartoon show.
I'm gonna start
And
watching it because I didn't even know it existed till we talked
yeah,
about it earlier.
and Gary Gygax was very much involved in that. So yeah, I think Bill is speaking in some kind of code. Yes, Bill is speaking in some kind of code because if Bill said what he really wanted to do, I'd get canceled or get my channel deleted or whatever. So no, I'm not going to say exactly what's going on, but me and Jim will get together on that. Maybe sail in the boat or something.
Yeah,
Anyway, so what do you think, Adam?
pretty good stuff. I think it had some good coverage all in all. I like the D&D stuff. I'm gonna start watching the cartoon. It looks pretty interesting. I'm gonna remind you though to show that animated intro before we go.
Oh, you want to see that? Okay, let me see if I can pull that up.
See what people think of it. Just something I might turn into a little series or something.
All right, let me. All right, it's going to start playing immediately here. Let me pause that. All right, let's see if I can. I need to take that off of there. Now, you guys let me know if y'all can hear this because a lot of times when I share these things, the sound doesn't come through very well. Here we go. And this is a little something from Adam, and I'm just going to play this and see if I can go full screen with it. Bring this in, and here we go. Let me change this down to something a little more acceptable to the stream. All right. Let me get this off of here.
Hopefully it was clear enough that they saw it because it is pretty laggy, isn't it? When you
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's not great. If I'd had a chance to download it and upload it and let StreamYard do all the work for me, it probably would have
Oh,
done
I
a
see what
good
you're
job.
saying.
But yeah, I've always had trouble showing YouTube videos here on the channel. It's too much back and forth for the stream to catch all of it very good. I don't know how well that showed. What I'm going to do, I'm going to keep that up. I'm actually going to rip that and send it up to the stream. I'm not going to do it right now because it takes too long to do that. But I'll rip it and send it to StreamYard, and we can show it again sometime. But that's absolutely wonderful animation, and I thought Joneser did a great job on the voices there too.
He does such good voices. I always tell him he's got to do some voice acting or get into it or something because he's really good at it.
Let's see what the chat's saying about that. Largo said he was born in 71. What generation am I again? X. I thought I was an Aquarius or a unicorn. Well, I know at the end of the 60s, they said we were entering the age of Aquarius. I think that was all bull crap too. Well done, says Will. Largo says, great cartoon, Adam.
Thank you.
No one liked it as well. And I think we're just about at the end of the stream today. We got about an hour in. Usually I do about an hour and a half to 2. If you just open it up, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask, anything you want me to recover. Oh, I know what I'm forgetting. I need to show you about how to repackage a figure.
Oh, yes. I forgot all about that because I failed at that in my live stream.
Yeah, you failed miserably at that. And like I said,
Yeah.
if I had been up and on the stream with you that night, I would have stopped that immediately before you even started the first cut. All right. So don't leave, guys. We're gonna go over this with Adam real quick. Let me do this. Let's go ahead and get the toy cam up. I'm going to start taking some figures out of the way here so that we can cover that. I've got figures all over the place. I've got to put them back where they belong. I've got to buy a new figure case because I have so many figures now. I need a new figure case for my figures. And the cheapest one I can find right now is about $35, and I don't want to spend that just yet. All right. Tell you what, Adam, I'm going to run a commercial while I go grab something to bring in here to help show you how to do that, okay?
Okay.
All right. So you guys can watch some commercials real quick while I go do that. Let me go over here and grab a good one. Here we go.
And now, this message. The ultimate evil, Darkseid, attacks. His horde of villains spread chaos and destruction. But now they face Earth's mightiest heroes. The Superpowers Collection explodes into battle. It's Kenner's Superpowers Collection. Figures with power action, each sold separately.
Who's Batman's friend? It's Firestorm. Squeeze him. His power action will destroy evil. Evil like Calabac with his Beta Club or Desaad with his lethal shock machine? We shall see.
The Superpowers Collection. Batman, Firestorm, Calabac, Desaad, and other figures with power action, each sold separately from Kenner.
Introducing that king of fun, the one who's okay with us kids, the Magic Burger King!
In person?
Yay!
I'm the marvelous magical Burger King. I can do most anything. Now watch me, kids, when I twist my ring like magic.
We're at Burger King! Is my Magic Burger King?
I'm the marvelous magical Burger King. I can do most anything. I love magic and food that's fun. So I'll make a burger disappear, make it come back here. Turn apples into pies right before your eyes. Turn onions into rain.
As we can see,
Put a shiver in the shake. It's easy for me. I'm the marvelous magical Burger King. I can do most anything. I love magic and food that's fun. So
you got fun for everyone! Burger King, yay!
All right, I'm back. Okay, Adam. All right, let's pretend that one of these packages, we'll say this one here, is the one that you want to keep the figure in. So we got to have 2 packages to work with, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so this one here. Now remember, the inside stuff is separate from the everything else. So you cut down here at the bottom, which is not where you begin your cut at. You begin your cut up here at the top, and you cut all the way around the top edge.
Oh, okay. I cut closer to the card.
Yeah, you don't do that. You want to cut all the top off, okay? Because I want to pull the guts out, okay, so you can see. This is a separate piece. It always has been. Okay. What you want to do is you want to keep this piece here, which is attached to the card, and you want to cut as close to the top as you possibly can, and cut this top off. Okay. And therefore you can put your figure back inside the box with a little bit of effort.
I was doing the opposite. I was
You
cutting
did the
the
exact
inside.
opposite. That's why I was cringing when you started doing that. I was like, no. And as soon as you got that first cut going, I'm like, it's too late. That head, there we go. Now, so what you want to do is you want to cut the piece you want to save the box for all the way around this edge here. Cut all that off. And then, yes, this one here, you go ahead and just take this all the way off, and you cut all this edge here off.
Okay, so the one that I
here off, because that holds the comic in. Just cut all the way around here and all the way around here, so that
the one that I already cut, I could technically use it.
Yeah, you could when you get your new Wondar figure, you already have this piece here already cut. So and all it does is just slip over the outside like that right there, and it just holds on there with.
I'm gonna attempt this again when my Grizzlor comes.
Okay. Yeah. So you gotta have one bubble that's cut around.
Now
this
I
way.
see how you're doing it.
And the bubble on the figure that you want to save the package of is cut around just the top edge here, or as high up as you possibly can get. I think Hebrew actually cuts about right here. I actually cut right about here. So, I mean, it's all up to you. So, I wish I'd been a little more careful of showing you that the first time around, so you could see that.
Yep. I got it now. I'm going to try it again with Grizzlor when he arrives, so that'll be perfect. I got tons of those little clamshells that I can use, so.
This guy creeps me out. You talking about Burger King? Well, the new Burger King, the mask Burger King, I call him, that's the creepy one because he's the one that was staring in windows and all that. But the magical Burger King, yeah, I miss him too, Largo. I like the magical Burger King. And Grindhead Jim says, I don't remember that Burger King had powers of transmogrification. The magical Burger King was actually just he was a magician. That's why he was called the magical Burger King, and he did magic. And just get my order right. That one. The Burger King has really gone down in quality since when I was a kid. I thought Burger King was the best when I was a kid, even better than McDonald's. And last time I went to Burger King, I wasn't very pleased with it as well. And Jim Largo, Burger King, trapped in the power of darkness of Mad Cow. And hey, check it out. It's Orko 8283. Great to finally catch you live again, Bill. And great to see you, Orko 8283. It has been a very long time. I would really love to have you come on the show because Orko 8283 did a wonderful job of making some custom figures. And if everybody would like for me to go on a little bit longer, I've only got 6 in the chat. I lost most of the people when I said we were about ready to end, I think. I would like to show Orko 8283's figures if everybody would like to sit and watch them. And listen, Orko, if you want to get on the show with me using your phone, if you look up at the very top of the comments, there's a pinned comment up there with the StreamYard link in it, and you can put that in and come on as I do this. But I want to show these figures. So first of all, I've got to bring them up, and I remember where I put them. And I think I've got them in my pictures folder. Let me see. Let's see if it's over here. No, that's my daughter's stuff. Maybe it's over with the live stream stuff. Music. Yeah, Orko's figures. Here we go. All right. Share screen. Share screen. Here we go. All right, here we go. And Orko says October 17th is cutoff date for all the networks I've been having to do. I'm at work now, so I can't join you live, but I will certainly be able to do so in the next 3 weeks. Okay, good, man. Well, we'll just give you a tease then of a couple of Orko's figures, and we'll wait for Orko to come on next month. But what we have here is we have a slimed He-Man. We have Anti-Eternia He-Man. We have a red version of He-Man. I'm kind of curious as to what Orko says these figures are. This is a custom Wondar that Orko did. So looks like a Anti-Eternia Faker. Another version of Faker, kind of I guess a gray version of Faker. And a red version of Faker. So there you go, folks. Just a tease there of some of Orko 8283's special custom figures that he's been working on that I would like to actually showcase on the show and get Orko to tell us a little bit about them when he's able to do that. And Orko 82 says, I have tons to share with you too. Well, I can't wait, man. And Largo says, be careful, there's gremlins in them there interwebs. There certainly are. And Nolan says he looks amazing. Yeah, those Orko 8283 has shared with me a lot of his custom work. And his custom work beats mine by all means. And he's doing full repaints of figures. He's painting the skin as well. And that's tough because we all know that those joints have that paint rub problem. And Lee over at Lee Customs has shown us how to sand those joints down to try to eliminate some of that. But I don't care how much you sand those joints down. Anything that's going to rub against itself like that, it's going to get that paint rub problem with it. So, but I'd love to hear how Orko has worked to solve that problem as well. So that's something that we can look forward to in a future episode. So what do you think about Orko's figures there, Adam?
I like the Slime Pit He-Man one. That one was the first one you showed. That one was really cool. Noticed it right off the bat.
And Orko made that Wondar long before Wondar was ever available. So that was, and if you notice, the head on that custom Wondar was the original sculpt head that they did with Origins He-Man.
Oh, okay. So the 1.0 version of them. I didn't take notice to it, but yeah, cool.
Yeah, quite interesting.
Awesome stuff.
So anyway, it was good to have you on, Adam. I'll try to catch your Friday show sometime if I can just stay awake long enough.
Yep.
And get on there with you. I know you and Jones have a pretty good time on there. A lot of times I watch the replay of that. Like I said, I watched the replay of you working with Wondar there, and I wished I could have been on there to stop you before you started cutting too low on.
Well, now I know, and I should be able to get it right now with the next one I do. So we'll see. I don't know what I'm going to be doing this Friday. I'm either going to be doing Masters of the WWE, or I'll do. It depends if Grizzlor shows up. I don't expect he's going to show up for another couple weeks. So.
Yeah, well, you never know. I mean, it's kind of hit or miss. I was kind of surprised that Zoar and Teela came as quick as they did. And Orko, anytime, man. Like I said, when you get all that work finished and you're able to get on here with us and you've got a little time on Sunday afternoons, I would love to have you come on the show and talk about your figures. And yes, Gilster, it was great having you here. It's been a great stream. It's great having everybody here. Good to see you, Adam. If you want to stick around for a minute after this is all over with, I'd love to have you. And I'm going to say bye to everybody. And remember, together we shall all triumph. Special thanks to these supporters on Patreon. Without your help, these adventures would not be possible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit like and subscribe and share the video.